If you take the monetary mass of Iraq, then do the math of the about 150 tons of acquired gold in their reserves, you can easily see that when they shrink the monetary mass, these reserves could cover the entire monetary mass of dinars in circulation. Wow! Yes, it could potentially cover 100%, not just a percentage of the dinars in circulation, if all goes according to plan. Isn't this then the financial stability that the CBI keeps telling us it needs to conduct the project to delete the zeros? Question: what is your gut feeling on timing? Marks: I'm feeling real good. It's before the end of the year, real good. Militia man: I like where we are and there is evidence that supports it happening this year. I am hoping it's within a 10-day window. Marks: it very well could be. All banks have stopped saying it. The Iraqi dinar is a scam, but not all banks are saying they're going to be involved in it. And that's true. All dinar related, all good. And I will say personally, we are in the best place we have ever been to see our blessing. Some real positive stuff out of Iraq this morning. Article: Al-Bandawi, Iraq is moving towards full sovereignty with America's commitment to withdraw its forces. Most of this withdrawal is happening before 2025. In other words, in the last and final part of this year. Why is this important? Sovereign currency, and sovereign country. And we have been told repeatedly that troops will be gone once US is paid. EA revaluation. Hopes for this year. Frank, my reason for saying this year is because everything that is needed in order to bring forth a new exchange rate and the lower notes is being shown and introduced this year. Very soon you're going to see bulletin boards in these new exchange centers with the pictures of the lower notes and the descriptions. All of this is important in November and December to prepare you for the launching of the new exchange rate and the new lower notes. If it happens to be next year, so be it. People are always trying to predict when is the exchange rate going to change. Emo, you're not going to see any exchange rate change until they feel comfortable and they feel stable in a new banking system, and they feel like they have all the kinks worked out. Then most likely you're going to see a redenomination and the new exchange rate take place. Then? Not before. We all know Iraq is about to take her place in the international financial system. Millions of people are going to be affected. It's really big. All they talked about this week was the HCL. As you know, the HCL cannot be with a program rate. It has to be with the new exchange rate. I've always said to you, Emo, the moment you see the HCL, nanoseconds later you'll see the new exchange rate. You're about to see the HCL because they're telling you this. Economic expert Nabil Al-Masoumi confirmed Saturday, November 16, 2024, that re-exporting Kurdistan oil will cause Iraq to lose $5 billion, while pointing out that it causes a budget deficit. APICO welcomed the proposal to amend Article 12 of the budget law, but believes there is enough room in the current wording to cover its previous demands on commercial terms and to ensure payments for past and future exports via the Iraq-Turkey oil pipeline, Al-Masoumi said in a Facebook post. He added that the amendment stipulates that the Federal Ministry of Finance shall compensate the Kurdistan regional government from sovereign expenses for the costs of production and transportation, for the quantities of oil produced in the region that are received by SOMO, or the Federal Ministry of Oil, provided that the fair estimated costs of production and transportation are calculated for each field separately, by a specialized international technical advisory body, determined by the Federal Ministry of Oil in agreement with the Ministry of Natural Resources in the region, indicating that the costs of production and transportation are compensated by the Federal Ministry of Finance as advances, at a rate of $16 per barrel, to be settled later after the completion of the aforementioned specialized technical advisory, and retroactively from the date of commencement of delivery. Al-Masoumi continued, according to the results of Deloitte's audit of previous years, the region only received 44% of oil revenues, and the rest was received by foreign oil companies to cover the costs of production, transportation, marketing, and profits of foreign companies specified in most contracts as 20% of the profit oil after deducting the costs amounting to 40% of the price of a barrel of oil to recover part of the costs incurred by foreign companies when investing in the oil sector in Kurdistan. He explained that in light of these facts and because of Iraq's commitment to OPEC+ restrictions,